We all feel like political pawns, and unfortunately, it's going to cost lives here in Arizona.
Chaos and confusion for Arizona doctors in our state with the near total abortion ban on track to take effect. Now the state attorney general is hoping to provide some guidance. AG Kris Mayes recently met with 40 medical experts, including chief medical officers from hospital and clinics around the state, to hear their concerns surrounding the 1864 law, which carries mandatory prison time for doctors and only allows abortions to save the mother's life.
Now these doctors are asking questions like, what am I supposed to do in that situation? And am I going to be prosecuted for that?
Mayes wants doctors to know they can legally provide abortions up until 15 weeks until June 8th. That is the earliest date the near total ban can take effect. So what happens after that? Mayes says many doctors are worried and confused over the kind of care they can provide if someone has a medical emergency, because the language in the 1864 law is so vague. We have seen this issue in other states with strict abortion bans where doctors refuse to treat patients with pregnancy complications over fears of prosecution. Mayes says she plans to give guidance on that soon.
My office will provide clarity and an opinion to them that we believe they'll be able to rely on about what it means to save the life of the mother.
Governor Hobbs issued an executive order last year stripping county attorneys' authority to prosecute abortion cases. Still, there are fears county attorneys could challenge that. Many providers, like Gabrielle Goodrick of Camelback Family Planning, says abortion services will halt once the near total ban takes effect.
I love that they reassure us that, but it just doesn't offer protection through the statute of limitations for these types of things.
This story is not over. The fight is not over. We will fight to the end to prevent this totally unconstitutional 1864 abortion ban from going into place.
And Mayes says she is working with leaders in California. There is an emergency process there where doctors here in Arizona can get a license to provide abortions across state lines in California for people who need it. She adds this, although would not be helpful in those emergency medical situations. Guys.
Thank you for that clarification and update tonight, Emma.